Microphone here almost. So, well, we're going to start our press conference. My name is Ken Jumper. I'm a member of the Houston County Protectors and the co-organizer of this press conference with Doug Nopar. I want to welcome you all very much to a press conference by the Alliance to Stop Frac Sand Mining and Address Climate Change. Before we go any further, I want to make sure everybody that's with the media here has a press packet. I want to call your attention on the back of the speaking order is our message statement. And our message is that this group of people have come together to ban frac sand mining. We think the frac sand industry is destroying the Midwest. Our legislative efforts are to get local units of government and the state legislatures to help us ban frac sand mining all over the Midwest. And that's a very important step in addressing climate change. I also want to say that it's completely coincidental that we're having this press conference here today when this frac sand industry is having a conference here also. I know you don't believe that, and it isn't true. It's quite intentional that we're having this meeting here today. We're out to say that we're going to fight the frac sand industry every step along the way from now into the future. We no longer are going to accept regulation efforts to control the frac sand industry. And with that, I'd like to turn it over to my co-organizer, Doug Nopar.
Hello everybody, thanks for coming. We really rely on the press and the media to help us get the word out about our concerns, and we're really pleased that you were able to come today, and really want to thank all the groups that have endorsed the goals of this alliance, and it's just great to have you here. I wanted to mention, so there's a lot of background information in the press packet, and all the stuff that's in the press packet is also available to everybody else. What's not in there is the conference agenda for the frac sand industry conference, but I just had some copies made, so if anybody would like to see that, I've got a few that you can share. I mean, there's a few things that drew our concern, such as the session tomorrow morning, 9:30 to 10:30, how to open a frac sand mine. So there's been a lot of, the last year or so, the frac sand industry's been in a slump, and a lot of the public and public officials have expressed that maybe it's a dead industry. We're real concerned that it's ready to rev up again. And so if anybody wants a copy of this, I'll pass these around, or you can look at it and share that. You could just pass those around. Also in the packet is a list of all the groups that have endorsed the goals of this alliance, and I also wanted to call attention to these photos over here. This beautiful valley shot is taken by Bob Hurt from Dakota. It's taken over by Rushford, between Rushford and Lanesboro. Bob put together also this collage of overhead shots of what we love and want to protect in this area, and also some shots of frac sand mining from around Wisconsin. Those shots are available to others if you want to use them, as long as you give credit, and if you want to do that, please talk to me and we can get you copies of that, either if you're a media group or a community group that's been involved in fighting frac sand mining. We want people to know what's happening tomorrow. Tomorrow, from 3 o'clock to 5 o'clock, there's some pre-rally events. People are coming together on the plaza, right here in front of the La Crosse Center, to express our opposition to the industry's plans. We are, it's going to be a really wonderful gathering. We have Ho-Chunk drummers have said that they've come. We may be having a bagpiper. We're going to have music, speeches from a number of people, including Buffalo County Supervisor and dairy farmer Nettie Rosenau, someone from Minnesota350.org, and hopefully Bill Greendeer from the Ho-Chunk Nation. We're also going to have, hopefully, we're still working on it, a very large anti-frac sand mining banner that we're hoping to erect. So we'll see if it happens. The Root Node has offered that they're going to provide refreshments there, and they've invited us all to join them there after the rally is over. So our goals are to call on public officials in the tri-state area to ban frac sand mining. We want an end to fracking. We want an end to subsidies for the oil and gas industry, which in 2012 were $775 billion in the United States and $1 trillion globally. And we want that money invested in renewable energy. Okay, that's our platform. Over the last 5 years, all kinds of grassroots groups have come together to fight this threat to the region, and we're going to have a number of them speak today and share with you just for a couple minutes each who they are, why they're concerned, and what their goals are. And then we'll have a little time for questions after that. So the order, just for both speakers and the press, is on this sheet here. So first I'll invite up Linnea Fohl from the Land Stewardship Project in Winona County, and on deck is Mike Kennedy from Citizens Against Silica Mining. Linnea?
Okay, can everybody hear me all right? Yeah. So like Doug said, my name's Linnea Fohl, and I'm a member of the Land Stewardship Project, which endorses and supports the goal of the Alliance to ban frac sand mining and address climate change. My husband and I live in rural Winona and have 3 small children. We cherish our lifestyle of growing our own produce, keeping animals for milk, meat, and eggs, and hunting, fishing, and foraging. I hope that as adults, my children have these same opportunities and that their children will too. But in order for this to happen, we must have a new energy policy that truly accounts for the changing climate. In Winona County, LSP is in the middle of a fight to ban new frac sand operations, and we're optimistic about that. We have done extensive research, and we know that regulations do not work in practice. Our report, Breaking the Rules for Profit, an analysis of the frac sand industry's violations of state regulations and manipulation of local governments in Wisconsin, is available in your packets, in the back of the room, and also on our website. And it provides details showing that over half of the frac sand companies operating in Wisconsin have seriously violated DNR regulations, manipulated local governments, or engaged in influence peddling and conflicts of interest. We also know that a ban on frac sand mining is totally legal. Another report, Legal and Practical Considerations in Support of a Zoning Ban on Frac Sand Operations in Winona County, reviews Minnesota statutes, case law, and county policy, and it is also in the packets in the back of the room or on our website. This report is the result of an in-depth, months-long legal analysis and concludes that a zoning ordinance ban will not only be presumed legal by the courts, but also will be far easier for a county to defend than a permit denial through regulations. My family and our community rely on local farmers, forests, and waterways for food. We rely on karst topography to filter our drinking water. We rely on our governments and public officials to serve the people and the land and water that can sustain us into the future if we keep those needs in mind. We do not rely on the frac sand industry. Clean, renewable energy and a productive, replenishing environment must be the way forward. Thank you.
Thanks, Linnea. Mike Kennedy from Citizens Against Silica Mining in Winona, would you please come up?
Good afternoon. I'm Mike Kennedy, a member of Citizens Against Silica Mining, or CASM. To clarify, CASM also is against frac sand mining for frac sand purposes, against silica mining. We have been actively seeking to inform and activate the community of Winona about the significant health, safety, and quality of life issues surrounding the frac sand industry since 2012. We fully support the Land Stewardship Project proposed ban on this type of mining in Winona County, and I am honored as a member of and representative of CASM to be here today to endorse and support the goal of the Alliance to ban frac sand mining and to address the obvious fossil fuel industry's profit-driven destruction of our land, air, and water that is resulting in the climate change damages we hear about nearly every day. Our sister cities of Winona and Goodview, Minnesota, approximately 30 miles upstream of here, have one frac sand mine and 6 to 7 frac sand processing facilities within our city limits, far more than any other city in the state. Some of these facilities are embedded in residential and commercial retail areas across our River Valley community. When all were not idle, as they are now, the evidence of blowing dust, water contamination, roadway damage, dangerous semi-traffic congestion, excessive noise issues,